What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So sorry I've been a little bit quiet the past few weeks. I've been sick and I still am very sick. My voice is not there and something's wrong, but it's not COVID at least. So guys, let me show you guys a little bit of an update. What I've done, I've not been sitting still. I've done some things on the jerky. I started taking out the gearbox, the sump and the filter, and next I want to take out the valve body as well, because this gearbox is just giving me issues, and in the end if I can't fix it, I'm just going to take out the whole complete gearbox, see what's going on and maybe replace it at all. So yeah, I've taken out the sump and the filter. I'm going to clean this all with benzene, and then also that's the oil. It's very dark, so that could also be an issue. But in today's video I also want to work on my wife's Volvo V40. So something happened, she got stranded next to the road and I've got no idea really why. This is a very reliable car. I suspect the diesel pump or something like that just went. So slight little issue with the diesel pump. It's very expensive. I'm not a Volvo expert. The diesel pump is sitting right there at the back, but they say you must also check the valve control or vacuum valve or something like that, and that is also here at the back somewhere. To get to it looks like a little bit of a mission, to be honest, but I'll figure that out. But before I do that, I actually want to use a little magoofter. I'm going to MacGyver this thing. I'm going to use like a little double action pump and see if I can bleed the diesel through, because I did change the diesel filter now, and obviously it needs to be bled then, because you can't just pump diesel with air locks. So guys, I'm going to do this first. This is priority. My wife sitting without the car, and then also on the Wrangler there's things I need to do also urgently. It's replacing the ball joints. That is quite major. My tire wear on the left side is horrible, so I believe that the ball joints are stuffed. So let's first get to the Volvo, see if we can bleed out the system, and if it will start then. I don't think it's going to be honest, but let's try it. And then if that's not the case, let me find that vacuum solenoid, test it and clean it. Maybe it's something small. All in thumbs, it really is something small, because 23,000 on a pump is just ridiculous. Also, there's no stock in South Africa and we have to order from Sweden, so that's going to be horrible. So let's get to this video. Okay, so I've got my little handy dandy light here. Love this light, so good. I mean, it's got like a little USB outputs, and so you can charge your phone from this, and yeah, it's just brilliant. Anyway, so what I've done is I've disconnected the fuel return line, and now I'm going to suck this with, yes, a little handy dandy hand pump. So I'm going to see if any fluid is coming through the system. I hope this is the correct route, because I think this is the intake of the diesel outside and then going through. Okay, so fuel pools on that vacuum pump. I've got diesel in the system right to there. There's probably diesel in the pump now, so that's not going to be used to inflate all lidos and stuff anymore. So now I'll just disconnect, quickly go and pull this out, quickly go and push that back in, and hopefully the diesel won't go back. Just to show you guys, if I do pull on this, it's looking good. It's looking very good. So let's try this. Okay guys, so looks like I'm not going to win this one today. I've tried cleaning the system, got all the air out, still not starting. So I suspect maybe the solenoid valve or suction valve or something like that, or the high pressure pump. So any of you guys know exactly maybe what's going on, look me up, comment down below. So I think next let's jump on the Jeep and clean the sump, and then clean the filter, clean the solenoids, maybe take out the valve body of the solenoids, and see what we can do from there. Maybe get this baby going first. Just check what I look like, guys. So all these little bits came out of the filter. This is suspect. So filter is looking good now, it's very clean. I just need to take off some of the silicone. So that's not the issue, that should be easy. And then these little gaskets, see if I can get some new ones. So, and then obviously our sump is clean on the inside now. Need to take off all this ton of silicone that they put on. Don't know why people do this, I seriously don't. So anyways guys, that's one bottle of benzene just to clean this up. Next I'm going to open up the neutral safety switch, clean all the terminals, and that's also a suspect of mine, why it's not selecting reverse. The selector is not telling it, hey, we're in reverse now, so it's not opening and closing solenoids correctly. I'm also going to climb under the Jeep and then clean the valve body and the solenoids out. And first I'm going to put everything back and then try again and see if we can get reverse. If not, gearbox out, get a new one. Done. Okay guys, so this is the neutral safety switch, and this rotates to tell the computer in what position the gearbox is. So just going to undo these 5 screws. So these are all your little terminals, and they need to make contact. So looking good, quite on the springs, I must say. Quite happy with that. Take this out. See, already one of the springs fell out. I'm just going to spray this off with some carb cleaner. so it's the next day, and I know yesterday I said I'm giving up on this Volvo and not going to try and fix it. But after I cleaned all the Jeep parts, I thought let me just run some diagnostics on this and see what it is doing while I'm trying to start it. So here in this video you can see that this building up pressure in the refuel rail and it's looking good. I suppose the fuel pressure should be around these numbers. I'm not 100% sure. You guys probably comment down below if you know more than me. But also it almost started in this video. So I've got hopes that the high pressure fuel pump is not on its way out, but rather the SCV or the suction control valve or something like that. So I'm going to take out this valve. It's quite a mission on these Volvos, and then just test it, see if it's that. If it is that, saving a lot of money. There's even ways how to fix it, but I think rather replacing it and making this more reliable anyways is the better route to go now. Alright guys, so this is the little SCV or suction control valve that I think is the issue on this car. So now to test this, first I'm going to have to Google a little bit and see how we're going to test this bad boy. But I believe there's a little piston inside, and from the top you could actually see it through the side. You guys won't be able to see it. There you go, you can actually see it, yeah. So there's a little piston that goes up and down, but normally they've got one hole, and then you can press it up and turn it a little bit and see if it's loose. So I'm going to try that with a small screwdriver. So I'm just trying to get the top of this little piston on one of the sides, and I can push it in very tiny bit, nothing hectic. So the next test is where we actually put power to this and hear if it vibrates or not. Okay, so I've tested the ohms and it shows 3.2 ohms about. So I'm not sure, I think that's in spec actually, but it is not to say that this thing actually works. What's up guys? So this is actually like a week later and still have not sorted out the Volvo, but today I'm going to focus on the Cherokee to finish that up, get this sump and everything back into the transmission, fill it up with oil and see if cleaning it solved our issues. So I'll be using my little paraffin gun with benzene to clean the solenoids and the valve body while it's still in the Jeep, put everything together, test it out. If it still does not work, gearbox will have to come out, but that won't be in this video. So just a little bit of an update on the Volvo. It's looking hectic in here. So guys, I don't know, it's still not starting. It's better than it was, it's trying to start, but I did found this little, I don't know, rubber from somewhere, and this was sitting on the starter motor. So that's suspicious. That could be, well, maybe even a vacuum leak that's causing this not to start. So we'll get into that in another video. I'm not going to sit and work on this today, but let's focus on the Jeep. So let's start and clean that valve body and put everything together. So everything is back in, so let's start up this beast and see if it changes gears. So I'll start it up. It's going to be quite loud, there's no exhaust on this, and then I'm going to jump underneath and use my hand to select in between park and reverse and see if it works. So it died on me when I selected neutral. It's kind of odd. So it doesn't look like it's working, still just going one direction, and then as soon as I put it back into neutral from reverse or whatever, it just does. So I'll quickly go and check the levels. Oops, I forgot about my power steering pump that is leaking a little bit. So everything is just full covered in ATF right now at the moment. There's a little pipe here, it leaked, and stuff's going into my map sensor, so I'll have to fix that first as well. But it looks like my gearbox issues are not solved, so that means we have to take out the gearbox, but that will happen in another video. I'm done for today. So guys, thank you all for watching. It's good to be back. I hope to make a video again every week from here on. Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully we get this Jeep sorted, that Volvo sorted. Remember to hit the subscribe button and the like button. Keep safe. Cheers.